Look, there's a storm brewing outside, and that's the perfect setting for exactly what we're talking about today. It's high seas, baby. It's pirate time. And look, I was on a boat when the leaks occurred. I was on a boat when the official announcement occurred, and now I'm not on a boat so that I can talk about the perfection that is this set that we know so far. It gets better than this already, and already it's so good. Okay, so pirates are in Flesh and Blood. We already knew this because of the high seas announcement, and everyone freaked out, including myself. And Taipei is the destination point for many of us, and I am fairly certain that I will be going. There is a slight chance that I don't end up making it. There is a slight chance. I do have to weigh my cost options with how much of this freaking product I can actually purchase, which is kind of hilarious. Also, I was thinking about doing a charity event not too far away from that, coinciding with the release of the set. So if that ends up working out, I may end up doing a charity event related to High Seas rather than going to the High Seas world premiere. But there is one single card that is so close to just me windmill slamming the book feature and spending all my money so that I can get to Taipei, miss days of work, and set sail on the high seas themselves. But let's talk about why this set is the culmination of everything Flesh and Blood has been working on and putting into design practice over the past 1+ years, if not the entirety of its existence. Why? Because, well, not just because pirates, but for multiple reasons. First of all, this is releasing on June 6th. It introduces Pirate and Necromancer. It introduces Necromancer and Pirate, and both of them are classes. Okay, so one, we have a dual class heroes. These are heroes that can share in multiple classes. I have literally been asking for this since Arcane freaking Rising. This is point number one. Write it down on your little, notepad or whatever you want. Point number one. This is the presentation, the culmination of a dream I've been having ever since the game came out. Dual class heroes so that we can mix their card pools. And I thought Pirate would just be like a profession, kind of like Royal, I thought maybe Pirate is somehow a talent, maybe that kind of connects, it's like their job, and therefore it's talent. But no, they went a step further. Pirates, that's a class. That is like pipe dream right here, okay? Pirates as a class. It was bigger than a pipe dream for me. I thought there was no way pirates would become a class, and yet pirates are a class. Why am I so excited about that? Because we will have pirate class cards, not related to just like Mechanologist Pirate, or Pirate Mechanologist, or Pirate Ranger, or Pirate Necromancer. No. We're getting those too, but pirate class cards. Okay, and that will lead me later on down the road to telling you the number one hope that I have for this set, because there's one single thing that I hope is in this set. I desperately need it to be in this set, and if it is, this will be the perfect set of cards ever released in human history. Mark my words. Okay, each wielding a unique swashbuckling strategy that taps into previously uncharted waters of the Flesh and Blood game design. You ain't a proper pirate. Wait. You ain't a proper pirate unless you've got a taste for salt and a hunger for treasure. There you go. There's my pirate voice. Okay, by the way, also Japanese language High Seas is like slightly cheaper and less cards in their boxes. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's talk about why this set is so freaking cool. First of all, this is like, yes, this is what I want. I want this as a piece of gold. Like that right there, it's a treasure chest. And that's exactly, from the aesthetic perspective, that's exactly what I wanted. But we have the introduction of Necromancer, and it looks like it's going to be, as you can see from here, it looks like it's going to be a character board centric type hero. And that's exactly what everyone expected or hoped for when Necromancer was released. And that's exactly what we're getting, but it's not going to be quite the same as something like an illusionist who already does that, or even to some degree Kasai, who can get Centauri Sellswords. It's a little bit different. You can play them from your deck, and it looks like everyone's considering this to be a tap symbol. You tap it to attack, or you tap it at instant speed to discard a card with Watery Grave until the end of the turn. So it has like effects and things like that. Watery Grave is the key word that says when this is put into your graveyard from the arena, turn it face down. So most likely you aren't if this is triggered, you're not going to be accessing it through other means. But as you can see, based on Gravy Bones, I literally almost called him Davy Jones. Holy crap, that was close. He says you can, in addition to instant tapping, drawing destroying a gold you control, drawing a card, then discarding our card, which, oh my god, I love that. I love it so much. Any card game that lets me draw and then discard, I love that effect. It's in every card game, but it's just so good. If a blue card has been put into your graveyard this turn, by the way, you can do that off of his effect by discarding that card. You can play cards with Watery Grave from your graveyard. Now, I don't know if because this is face down, because Chum here is face down, I'm not sure if it being face down means you can't play it, or like you've used it once, but I think you can. But I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out as it goes. I also think that it's really cool if you look at his character art. Gravy Bones is not holding a weapon. So it's very possible that this offhand Compass of Sunken Depths is actually just like his thing, and then he has like another thing. Like maybe it's like his hand and it's like conjuring something. Like that would be pretty cool. But I desperately, desperately, desperately hope that we get a pirate that uses a cutlass and a pistol. And that hero very well could be Puffin Hightail, who is the parrot. Everybody knows that Puffin is the parrot, hence why the name. There's Puffin right there. Puffin's this one. This is Puffin. Either way, Puffin is a pirate mechanologist hero done by RF Wijaya, who also, by the way, RF did the art for the first official, unofficial pirate in Flesh and Blood, and it was my playmat art. And so if you want to pick up a Scarlet playmat, I actually have those in the Discord. Right now, we're selling like 50 of them, and I've sold, I think, like 14 of them in like the past day, which is crazy cool. And if you would like to pick up the very first unofficial pirate that has ever been released in Flesh and Blood on a piece of art in a playmat form, yes, that's a lot of qualifiers. If you want that and you want me to sign it, then check it out. I mean, the art's pretty freaking amazing. But pirate mechanologist hero Puffin here says action, tap, destroy a gold you control, and you create a golden cog token, and the second time you crank each turn, you draw a card, which is great, because you can draw cards off of gold, and you can draw cards off of her effect. Golden cog allows you to crank. It's going to enter with a steam counter, and at the start of your turn, destroy it unless you remove a steam counter. Basically, it's just a cog in the wheel. It's just an engine that you like to turn, and I will tell you what, I don't usually like playing Mechanologist. Usually I'm like, mech's okay, it's fine. Mechanologist is not my favorite class in the game. It's not a class I hate, but it's not a class that I actively seek out and play. But this right here makes me want to, because I love engine building things. So all of this is coming together to allow you to take, old pieces from other, like sets and from within the class itself, that crank items. It's going to introduce new crank items. It has to, because this is not the only thing that we could possibly be doing with crank in the set. I don't believe so. And it all pays off by allowing you to draw multiple cards and then like maybe swinging in. But think about what pirate cards we could be getting. That's so cool. We could be getting such cool pirate cards, and all to kind of power this other side of the mechanologist card pool, or this other design space they haven't explored. Once per turn instant, tap a cog you control. This gets +1 or go again. So you get to pick a mode based on tapping this thing. So it's kind of like you're twisting a knob. You turn the knob and it has this effect. You turn the knob the other way, it has another effect. I think that's a really fun design, and it's kind of a cool little nod to the idea of going out on the seas, or in this case, in the skies, and like, oh, we need this at this moment. Turn the knob, do the thing, get the benefit. I think that's super fun. But the hero that I was most interested and most excited to see in this set is the Ranger. And Marlin Treasure Hunter I don't know if Treasure Hunter should have been the name. I have a different name, but Marlin Treasure Hunter is the Pirate Ranger hero. I was very curious to see what they did. I thought it could be Riptide, and it turns out it's not. But how cool is this? They take the idea of a pirate out on the high seas. Some people are after treasure. Some people are out to explore. Some people are literally evil demon guys that like pull your soul down and then resurrect you. Okay, that's a thing. But Marlin here isn't necessarily a treasure hunter, or maybe treasure in a different way. She's a monster hunter, but they probably would get sued if they put Monster Hunter as her, comma subtitle. Probably. Maybe. They should have done it anyway, because she's a monster hunter. Look, she fires harpoons. Action tap, destroy gold, create a gold fin harpoon in your hand, go again. This is it. It's a yellow. It can't be pitched, which is new. It costs 0, and you can create it. It attacks for 2, and if this would be put into your graveyard, instead, poof, it's gone. As I hit the microphone, Goldfin Harpoon disappears like a magic trick. Whenever you draw a card during your action phase, though, her second effect says this: you may put an arrow from your hand face up in your arsenal. And so there's already been people that have been like, okay, what if we play New Horizon and, we like get a card into our arsenal face up, and then we can activate this to go to get a second card face up. And then we can kind of do this consistent thing where we fire go again arrows face up. But I don't necessarily know if that's really where she's going to be leaning. You could certainly do that. And again, this is why I think it's so cool that Pirate is a class, because as a Pirate Ranger, she can tap into Pirate Ranger cards. She could tap into, heavily Ranger cards. She can tap into heavily Pirate cards. And I think she's going to go, at least the way that she's originally designed, is like this for big arrows. Look, this is a 2 for 6. Go fish. This is her majestic. It kind of points us. It signposts us towards her. Go fish. When this hits a hero, they choose and reveal a card from their hand. If it's an attack action card, they get rid of it, and you create a gold token. If you've activated a cannon this turn, instead, look at their hand and choose a card. So it's like everything that I think about when it comes to like the different things you could do on the seas: hunt monsters, go find gold, spend gold, get crew, fix up and tinker with like a ship. Obviously, like there's the ethereal, like Pirates of the Caribbean style undead pirate in the Necromancer. It all fits, and it's all kind of touching on other design features that we've seen in the past, mechanics that we've seen utilized in the past. And it's all hearkening back to gold, which and many times on this channel, I have theorized that gold had to be nerfed because something was coming down the pipeline. The cash-in was ripped away, right, from our beautiful grasp, and Kasai was, in my opinion, nerfed into oblivion, because they took away cash-in, and now she just plays like the super control-y mid-range game, which is still fun. She's still super good. I still think that Kasai is the best non-talented pirate in the game right now, which is kind of hilarious, because if the one thing that I want is in this set, then maybe she could be a pirate one day. Either way, it all leads back to the idea of using gold and, tapping into gold being a good thing, which means heavy hitters, my favorite set in the game. Well, it used to be until this set's going to come out, but heavy hitters is going to get even more play, even better. The heroes from heavy hitters, if they interact with gold, are going to inadvertently, likely, thanks to like generic cards in the set perhaps, likely see some amount of increase in playability, which is great. So you see all of these characters, all of these, like new design spaces being explored. But here's why I think this is a culmination of just a product over the past year. Because this right here, treasure packs, blew my freaking mind, okay? I love the idea of playing as a pirate, but if they don't make you feel like a pirate, this will. The box opening experience will make you feel like a pirate searching for treasure, because every box will have a treasure pack. This is a play off of the idea that they did last year with Part the Mistveil, hiding that golden pack in the bottom of specific boxes. But the feels bad of opening a box and not finding that golden pack is removed, and the feels bad of opening a golden pack for a second time and it's the same exact card that you got before. You don't necessarily feel that excitement when it's like, oh, it's the same rainbow foil Enigma New Moon. Okay, well, there you go. It could have been a cold foil and I missed out. It's not the Marvel. So it feels kind of bad. They've taken that, and instead of it being like one box out of every couple of cases, one in every box. Everybody can find a piece of the treasure, but what is in the treasure chest? That's the question. And that's the beauty, is sometimes you're going to open something and you're going to go, oh, this is cool. I've seen this before. But other times you're going to open something totally unique, totally brand new. And that is so cool because, and I think they list it down here. Where is it? Where is it? I want to know. It's a side set of cards in the treasure pack. Where the heck is it? Is it down here? Here we go. Treasure pack configuration. It's a 90 card set that they hide in there. And there's 43 different lost treasures to discover in addition to the 90 card set. And then there's 17 unique lost treasures. Only one of each exist in treasure packs. Lost treasures appear one in every 1,000 treasure packs. So this is the beauty of this. It's everything is in service of the theme. And the theme is incredibly engaging. It's eye-popping. It draws you in. Almost everybody in the world can understand it. It's up to you whether you like it or not, but at least you can interface with it. You can understand it. And this is an extension of that theme. You dig in, you dive in. Do you want to try opening, a case and opening 4 treasure packs? Do you want to go crazy and open 1 billion treasure packs just to find the treasure? Are you, what is treasure to you? And that's a great question. Is just the thing that you pull, is that enough for you? Or are you a treasure hunter? Are you looking for that elusive 1 of 17, that unique thing that only you have? Is that something that you want? Then you might need to go treasure hunting for it. And I love every bit of that. I think it is the coolest design. And it goes on past that because this right here, this is so good. I read this card and I flipped my lid because Rosetta introduced us to macros. Okay, all last year set us up for this set, and macros were the introduction in Rosetta where it starts in play, it stays in play until you've used the effect. But in this case, this breaks everything. I could do an entire video just on freaking Treasure Island because this makes the game more than just about I attack you, you attack me, who dies. It's more than that. Now, there's an entire separate minigame. This macro single-handedly has the capacity, not Treasure Island itself, but the idea that it presents has the capacity to transform every format, especially ancillary formats, from now to the end of time. I firmly believe, and this is a tinfoil hat, so I would take my pirate hat off and put a tinfoil hat on. I firmly believe that this sets a precedent for what we'll see in Smash Palace, a macro that changes the way you play Flesh and Blood. This right here is how they could tweak the Blitz format to make it more, in a lot of people's eyes, than what it currently is. This macro, the first time a hero is attacked each turn, you put a gold counter on it. Whenever you or an ally you control deals damage to an opposing hero, you remove that many gold counters from this, then create gold tokens equal to the number of counters removed that way. That is massive, because if you are gaining just gold on gold on gold, there's such an advantage to being able to pitch blues, dig for certain cards, have a crazy power turn. If your opponent allows that to happen, and because they're just trying to play this back and forth red line, I'm not blocking game, then you're accruing even more value off of the gold that you could be pitching into. So your opponent is now incentivized to play an honest game of Flesh and Blood. That's huge. That is massive. That encourages interactivity, blocking, attacking, pitching to Arcane Barrier. It encourages all of that so that one person doesn't run away with the game. And it means both players are incentivized because it goes both ways. This changes everything. And the fact that we're getting a Marvel version, look, James White, I am going to ask you to sign my copy of this because this is the most beautiful card I've seen. It is incredible. It is so freaking incredible. And it lives on the board the entire game. That's the best part of this piece right here, is that it lives on the board the entire game. It's not a Rosetta macro that you use and then you lose. It is a card that you can flip over to this side and just stare at the beautiful crystal clear waters and the sun glinting off it as people go and explore Treasure Island and the treasures that lie within. It's an incredible, innovative take on what we saw macros introduced in last year. I mean, we saw heavy hitters get introduced, right? And gold and interaction and flipping the top of decks. We saw the gold packs get introduced in part the Mist Veil. We saw macros get introduced in Rosetta. All of these things are culminating in this specific set. And I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. And oh, by the way, in addition to all of that, the Armory deck product line gets the best upgrade in the form of a unique Armory deck releasing alongside of the new hero, and the Armory deck is both classic constructed and blitz viable. Like, this is a home run on home run on home run. Everyone will want to play the brand new class, the brand new archetype, the cool hero that raises, undead pirates up out of the depths. And when you buy this, you can play it in Classic Constructed. It'll have room to upgrade, but you can also just toss the cards that say CC and only play the cards that say Blitz. Look, I'll prove it. It says so right here. It says so, look, CC and Blitz, right? And it says it's also compatible with Blitz. Simply take out the cards with CC label and prepare for battle. This is insane. This is incredible. Cast your loyal crew into the dark depths of the ocean, then resurrect them to fight under your command. And yet there's one thing that I want more than anything from this set. We've gotten so many good things already revealed and more to come, I'm sure. But there's one thing that I want more than anything, and that is a pirate hat that turns any hero into a pirate, gives them access to the pirate class cards. I, by the way, am just so freaking excited and floored that we're getting pirate class cards, and I hope that we get a pirate hat that turns anyone into a pirate who wears it. What a slam dunk, a windmill slam dunk. And this is coming off of the back of the game catching fire across the world, increasing in popularity across the world, product lines being shrunk just enough so that people don't feel like they're flooded, stores don't feel like they're flooded with product. And here we have the culmination of all of that. New players coming in with new player products, bringing them in. I mean, this is the culmination of everything Flesh and Blood has been building for. This is, not only is it the high seas, it's the high point of Flesh and Blood. You think year 5, and you got to hit it big. I mean, they're splashing big with the summer set this year. I can't even begin to describe how excited I am, but maybe this 22-minute and 55-second video did it for me. If you like this type of content, if you want me to talk about each of the heroes one by one and where you think I'm going to land on what pirate I'm going to bling out first, make the number go to the other number, leave a comment down below, and as always, everybody, thanks for watching.